Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create an idle time trigger rule. Before we do that, remember that in order for us to create these rules, we'll need to access the admin tab and go into preferences. And here we will need to check this option, GPS enabled phones, because the GPS is going to be very important for these rules. So before starting with the rule, please remember to enable this option. Now let's get to the rule. Back on the admin tab, we're going to go into the advanced section and select rules, action, and fences. Once in here, let's click on the second option, worker monitoring. Once in here, let's go ahead and click on add new worker monitoring. And now let's give it a name. Okay, so this is going to be idle time trigger. Remember that you can apply these rules for all of the users in your organization at the same time, or maybe just for selected users. So if that is the case, you can select them from here and add them into this box. But for this example, let's go ahead and do it for all the users. Now, my recommendation is to copy the name of the rule. And now let's go ahead and click where it says create new. Let's paste the name, idle time trigger. This is going to be the rule itself. Now let's look for the right trigger according to this rule. So since we are talking about an idle time, the right rule is going to be a stationary for at least. Let's select the amount of minutes and let's say maybe 20 minutes. So remember, if the user doesn't move for 20 minutes, they will break in this rule and you can get a notification. But before the notification, let's go ahead and complete this part of the process. Now we need to select a time range. So it could be always, could be business hours, or could be within time frame. So if you like to use this option, remember that you'll need to select the days of the week when this rule is going to apply and at the same time between which times it's going to apply. So for example, between 7 a.m. in the morning and 5 p.m., let's click on this option so that we can see these rules on the right report, which we'll see in a moment. Let's copy this name one more time. And now let's go ahead and click where it says create new action. So the action, it's going to be the notification for you, the administrator, but at the same time, we can also send notifications to the workers to let them know if they are breaking any of the rules. So the action name, it's going to be the same, idle time trigger. This is the notification for the field workers. We can select the pop-up frequency, maybe only once, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15, 30, or 1 hour. So let's do only once for this example. We can also assign a specific phone noise to this rule. This way, the field workers will know that whenever they hear, for example, a buzz, is because they are breaking the idle time trigger rule. Now, this section is very important because this is going to be the notification for you, the administrator. So I'm just going to add his email address. Remember that right here, you can add multiple email addresses. If that is the case, just add comma and the next email address, comma and the next one, and so on. Now let's go with the email subject and the email body. Now, remember that from here, if you click on copy worker, it means that you can send this email notification to the field workers as well. But to send them that notification, remember as we saw in previous videos, you will need to enable these two options right here. Back to the action, now that we have the information that we needed, the action name, phone pop-up message for the workers, and a specific phone noise, and the email alert for administrators, let's go ahead and click on Save. Save again. And this last step is very important. In order for the rule and the action to apply, we will need to click where it says add existing. Once we see it here, it means that it's ready to work. And finally, one more save, and there we have it, an idle time trigger rule ready to be used. Thank you.